Good evening to Dr. Fatiha and all my groupmates. We are from Good 14 and we are going to present today about our studies footprint sustainability from Residential College 5 University Malaya. Next slide please. And our focus today is more to environmental footprint that includes the calculation of energy, carbon, water and ecological footprints of KK5 in UM. Next slide, please. And the objectives of our studies is study about the structural layout involved and design implementation in development of KK5. Next is understand and collect data of functional operation of all buildings and rooms in KK5. And finally, calculate the energy, water, carbon, and ecological footprint operation in KK5. Next slide, please. The importance of the footprint study is because every country and every cities and even personal life have their own footprints calculation. So the footprint knowledge is very important for our sustainable development application in a particular place. Next slide, please. So this figure shows us studies of CO2 gas emission from 1978 to 2018. As we can see the figure from 1978 to 2018, there's a rapid increase of CO2 gas emission. From this study, there's action involved in our country, which is project related to IRDA, Iskandar Regional Development Authority. They has proposed a low carbon society blueprint project for our country in order to apply some implementation related to sustainable development, which is integrated green transportation, green industry, low carbon urban governments, green building construction, and lastly, green energy system and renewable energy. So from this, we can understand that the study of footprint is very important for our society and our country. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Amy. I am Anis and I will be presenting plan layout of KK5. Next slide. Kolej Kediaman Dayasari, or also known as Kolej Kediaman Kelima, is a residential college for students of Universiti Malaya. Generally, the college offers student residency in the 5 main residential blocks, Block A, B, C, D, and E. The college is commonly known as the activity ground for Palapi students. Next slide. KK5 offers various facilities for resident convenience and utilization. First, many sport courts are provided for students and staff to practice for related event and competition. In general, there are courts in Dataran Dayasari and lower ground courts. Courts are provided for sports such as football, basketball, netball, and many more. Most courts are equipped with light and spotlight. Next slide. Nearby court, there is a small open space building known as Dayasari Pavilion. The building consists of a gym and a storage area. The building is equipped with light, fan, air conditioner, sink, and electric outlet. Next. To cater the big number of residents, a self-service laundry is provided on top of washing machine in each hostel block. It is equipped with light, fan, washing machine, dryers, and sink. Next slide. Surau is a place for Muslims in KK5 to do their daily prayers and do religious activities, such as talk and related workshop. The building consists of a prayer room, toilets, and an ablution room, each separated for different genders. Surau is equipped with light, fan, air conditioner, PA system, a rainwater catch tank, and many more. Next. Food is one of human basic needs. Naturally, a cafeteria is provided. It offers a variety of food options from 3 different stalls. There is also a printing workshop. The eatery is equipped with light, fan, television, kitchen, PA system, electric outlet, electric appliances, sink, and gas tank. I will pass to Azrin.
Thank you, Anis. Next, in the administration block, there are many facilities in the administration area. On the ground floor, mainly offices and rooms for administrative purposes and student discussions are available. However, there is also an ICT room provided for students with no access to laptops. Next. On the first floor, mainly rooms for student events and projects are available. There are also offices for college admins and food bank which are also on this floor. Being a place for student discussions and administrative duties, there are many utilities and facilities provided, such as electrical outlets, lights, fans, computers, as well as sinks and toilets, making a large consumption of electricity and water. Next. Here is shown. All right, next. In total, KK5 has 5 student hostel blocks, which each room can house up to 2 to 4 students in total. Therefore, in total, KK5 has a capacity up to 980 students. Since hostels are for student residency, many utilities are provided such as water heaters, washing machines, toilets, electrical outlets for their devices. Next. Due to a large number of students and many utilities provided, there is a large consumption of electricity and water. Next. However, there are sustainable implementations such as rain catchment tanks and recycling bins. Next, I'll pass it on to Farhan.
Okay, now I will talk about footprints. So there are 4 footprints to be discussed here, with starting off with energy, water, carbon footprint, and also the final one, ecological footprint. So we'll move on to the first one, which is energy footprint. So energy footprints refers to the annual electrical consumption. And based on this graph, we can see the monthly electrical consumption in KK5 for 2021. And with that, the energy footprint is 584,240 kilowatt hour. Next, for water footprint, it is defined by the annual water consumption. And this graph also shows the monthly water consumption for KK5 in 2021. Therefore, the water footprint is 12,605 meter cube of water. Next, for carbon footprint. So carbon footprint is calculated on a household basis, where the factors that contributes to carbon footprint includes electricity, LPG from gas cylinders in the cafeteria operations, waste solids, and also water consumption. For waste solids, it is assumed that average residents contributes to 1.17 kg of solid waste every day. So with the consumption or the waste generation values obtained here, it is then multiplied with emission factors to obtain the number of carbon dioxide emissions per year. And with that, the total carbon footprint is 693,837 kilograms of carbon dioxide emissions per year. Next, I will pass to Alia for ecological footprint.
Thank you, Farhan. Next, moving on to the ecological footprint, where it is being used as a physical indicator on measuring natural resources of human. This has included food, energy, transportation, goods, services, and waste management. In this case, we are focusing on the waste management, i.e. on the plastic waste and electricity for the fossil energy land. Based on the article written by WWF, the approximation on the plastic used for a person annually is around 16.78 kilogram per person. By having 433 students staying in PK5, the total plastic can be calculated as around 7,000 kilogram per year. Meanwhile, from the previous section, the total electricity used is about 584,000 kilowatt hour. However, it is need to be expected that some of the electricity might be lost during the transportation from the supplier. Hence, the primary electricity supply can be equated around 970,000 kilowatt hour. Next. Moving on to the calculation, whereby by taking into consideration of these parameters on the plastic waste and electricity, the land usage for plastic waste and electricity can be equated as 6.936 global hectare and 68.1038 global hectare respectively. By taking into consideration of correction factor to relate with the standard in Malaysia, the land usage for plastic waste and electricity can be equated as shown in the slideshow. Next. As a summary on the utilities footprints calculated in the previous section, the energy, water, carbon, and ecology footprints can be equated as shown in the slideshow. Next, I'll pass to Erin for the conclusion.
Thank you, Ala. Therefore, in conclusion, in identification of KK5 plan layout, we have identified sustainable implementation such as rain catchment tanks, recycling bins, as well as various areas for student activities. However, we have also identified that KK5 has poor electricity management, especially in the administration area, as well as poor food waste management in the cafeteria and food bank area. Therefore, based on the calculation of environmental footprints as a basis, our suggestions for improvement are installing solar panels and automatic lights as well as fans, to overcome the excessive electrical usage, as well as implementing an efficient and effective waste management and recycling program in the food areas such as cafeteria and food bank area. Next, these are our references that we have used throughout this study. That's all from us. Thank you.